My mind has changed. The month of June with Sonic Frontiers has been a very interesting month to say the least. There's been so many ups and downs with this game and so much information flying in and out that changes the perspective on this game. And now that the month of June is over and we have a decent amount of information on Sonic Frontiers, I think I've finally made up my mind on how I exactly feel about this game. We understand the gameplay loop now, we understand how the game works in terms of combat, we understand the graphics of how the game looks, and we even understand how the story is a little bit. We have a decent general scope and idea of how this game is. Now there's still a lot to be seen, because there's 3 whole other possible islands that we just haven't seen yet. And there's a lot of other gameplay mechanics we also just haven't seen yet. But I feel like we have seen a decent amount now. I've been in countless debates about this game, on the side of defending the game, and the side of also not defending the game and actually criticizing a lot of things in this game. I've been on both sides of this whole spectrum when it comes to Sonic Frontiers, but when we received that first gameplay snippet, I actually in the inside was not really feeling it that much. It wasn't really what I expected from this game. I'm gonna be 1000% honest. Sonic Frontiers is not the game that I expected to get. All of the leaks made the game sound a lot different than how it is now. I expected the game to feel a lot more brand new, more so in the way Sonic looks and the animations, but there's a lot of reused stuff going on here. But with that aside, I think I've learned to accept the game for what it is. And I know that's something a lot of people are having trouble doing right now, accepting the game for what it is. A lot of people want this game to be a momentum-based game with rolling physics, but that's just not what it is. And trust me, I want that too. I'm probably the biggest adventure fanboy that there is. But I just know that's not what this game is, and it's going for something different. There likely won't be a bunch of rolling momentum pinball physics. It's a boost game in an open world. That's just what it is. Sonic has more control this time, which makes the boost idea not feel as bad now that we know Sonic can actually turn in this game. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really want a boost game. When I think of Sonic in open world, I don't think of boost, but it's what we got. Does it look terrible? No, it doesn't, but it's just not what I really expected. But I think I've been able to move past on what I expected and what I wanted, and more so what Frontiers is trying to do. Because even though it's not exactly the game I expected it to be, it's turning into something that I can visualize myself. Months ago, I came out with a video saying, "You were wrong about Sonic Frontiers." And it was me discovering some interesting information and why it's likely going to be an action open world RPG, and it was kind of right. That's exactly what it is. It's an open world action RPG. And so far with everything I've seen, I'm not too upset about that. The gameplay loop does look very fun. The game is graphically beautiful. I can't deny it. It has cool ideas. It has a mystery vibe to it. I overall like the idea of the game and what it's going for. But at the end of the day, I don't think this game's going to blow me away. I don't think this is going to be the greatest Sonic game to grace this earth. I don't think it's even going to be close to the worst Sonic game to grace this earth. I think Sonic Frontiers will just be a decent game. That's my true and honest opinion on Sonic Frontiers after seeing everything. Because with the internet, it's either one way or the other way, but that's not really how everything is in the world. There is no one way or the other way for every situation. Sometimes things are just okay. Sonic Frontiers is a game that I just feel like it's just going to be an okay game. Nice 7 to 8 out of 10 or low B tier game. That's the vibe I'm getting from the game. And I think there's so many overreactions and over criticisms of this game so far. And of course, there's a lot of room and reason for people to do that due to Sega's marketing and their tactics and all of this stuff. But I think actually having a rational take on this game, I think it's a lot different than how people are overreacting. And a lot of the journalists that got to play the game just really enjoyed their time. No one's really blown away by the game, but no one's thinking it's the worst thing I've ever played. In fact, most journalists have been positive about the game. And you could say they're not Sonic fans, but do you really need to be a Sonic fan to enjoy a game? No, you don't. And in fact, the whole point of making games is to get new people in each time who aren't already fans of the series. And of course to make money, obviously. But I'm not going to sit here and say I was hyped for this game from the get-go. Because honestly, I wasn't. Upon seeing the game, like I said, it looked very, very rough. But as we got more new stuff, they made the game look better. And the marketing of the game is the thing that makes me upset more so than the game itself. But I'm happy to say though, as time goes on, I get more interested in Sonic Frontiers, and I guess somewhat excited. And it almost feels like a crime to say that I'm excited for this game. But it also feels like a crime to say something negative about this game. It's really tough in this position because a lot of people just want to hear what they want you to say, rather than how you actually feel about something. A fellow content creator, Sam Procrastinates, tweeted this out. "I gotta say, the last month for me as a content creator has been an interesting learning experience to say the least. Ever since the new Sonic Frontier stuff dropped in June, I've received a huge influx of hate comments and harassment in general because I wasn't 100% positive. And this is a lot more common than people think. Obviously, it's not new for people to hate on people for their opinions, but in this community, we're a lot smaller and we can do a lot better than that. People just don't like hearing the opposite takes of them, and it makes sharing your opinions on stuff very tough. You should be able to feel the way you think. And in this case right now with Frontiers, I'm feeling a lot more positive than I was before, and now I feel like I'll be called a Sega shill because I'm excited for the game. I think a lot of you guys just need to start really thinking for yourselves, and you can't attach yourselves to other people so much. If you think something looks mid, then say it looks mid. If you think it looks great, then say it looks great. It's that simple. I do think how you say these things do matter though. You can be obnoxious with your criticism. You can also be obnoxious with being excited and throwing it in people's faces who aren't excited. You can say something looks mid and you can say something looks great without being pretentious. It's not that hard. But overall, that's how I feel about Frontiers, and that's how I feel about how other people feel about Frontiers. I know this video is kind of random and directionless, but I just kind of want to just throw some thoughts out there because that's what I've been thinking about this whole month. Just be nice to each other about your opinions. At the end of the day, when you leave that PC or get off your phone, Sonic Frontiers ain't coming with you. That discussion's not coming with you. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Instead of getting heated online about Frontiers, go take a walk outside. Go around the block real quick. Maybe you'll forget about it. If the game's mid, at the end of the day, most of us lose anyways because most of the people complaining are going to buy it. But those are going to be my thoughts on this. And if you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more about Sonic Frontiers and just Sonic in general, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And like always, I'll see you in the next one.
Well, whatever happens, happens.